Hi guys, in this video I'm going to go through how to put a curved button on a curved surface like that there, like an alarm, snooze button, whatever it is, power button. It doesn't really matter. If we were putting it on a flat surface like that one there or that one there, it would be fairly straightforward using cuts and extrudes and simple sketches. But because it's on this curved surface here, it's a little bit more difficult. So what I want to kind of do is set up a plane that's looking down at an auxiliary angle approximately like that, where I can draw, so it'll be a flat plane that I can draw the true shape of the button, so approximately that angle there. So what I'll do is just go straight to the front plane, and I'm going to set up just from the origin here, I'm just going to set up what I think roughly that auxiliary angle is there, and I'm going to set up a plane at the end of this construction line. Okay, so what I can do is I can end that, and I probably rename that there new plane construction line or something like that. So what I want to do now is go to features, reference geometry, plane, and I want the plane to be in contact with this line here, but also this point at the end of the line. And what we can see now is that kind of auxiliary angle. If I look normal to it, that's perfect there. So with that plane selected, I'll go to sketch, and I'm going to sketch, just go to center point slot. Like, you can go with any shape you want here, but I'm just going to go with this shape here. I wonder where that point would be, in the center. I'll go there. Okay, and how big do I want it? I don't know, but I'll just go like that. I'm not going to bother putting any measurements on it. I'll just use that as my shape there. Okay, so that's on that plane. So what I want to do is use surface geometry here now. We're going to do a surface knit, surface trim, and then a surface thicken. So what I want to do is, well, I'm going to hide this plane. I don't need to see that plane. I'm going to take that surface there, go to surfaces, sorry, take that face there. That's not a surface, it's a face. Go to surfaces and turn it into a surface by clicking knit surface. The next thing I want to do is go to trim surface, and my trim tool is going to be this sketch here, and I want to keep this region in the middle. Okay, green tick. Now what we have is an isolated, I'm going to hide this sketch here now, is an isolated region on that there, okay, on that surface. So what I want to do now is go to thicken, and this is going to create the button, as well as we'll do the socket afterwards for the button. You don't want to just have a button randomly sitting there. We'd like to create a little surface on it. So what do I want to thicken? I want to thicken that there, and I want to thicken it mid-plane, but I want to do maybe 2 millimeters. That's probably too much. Maybe 1 millimeter. You decide with your model what you want to do. So that's thickening inside and outside. The first thing I'll do here is I'll just maybe hide that surface there, and I will go to the front. Just want to have a look at that again. Yeah, I'll just look in from the front, and we might be able to see the surface thicken a bit better. So thicken, I have to turn it there. I just want to try something here. Yeah, you can kind of see what's happening there. So if we just go for a 1 millimeter thicken, it's thickening into the plastic there, so that's why you can't see the back of the thicken. Maybe I'll just take it down, just because of my measurements here. I'll take it down to 0.5 and just see what that looks like. I'm going to put a dome on top of it anyway, so I'll go with that anyway. So there we see we have a button, and what I can do now is I can take that button and go to insert, features, and indent, and the target body is the thing that's being cut, and the thing that's doing the cutting is the button, and we want to go to cut. So what this will actually do now is it'll create a little housing or a little socket for the button there. So if I take the button and hide it, you can see what it's after doing, like that. Now what we could do, if we wanted to create a little kind of a slide switch, let me see, I have to think about this now. So I'm off the cuff here at the moment. I need to set a plane up. Okay, so if it's a slide switch, no, I don't need a socket for it. Okay, we'll just try something here. So I'm going to bring the indent back in, right? Nope, that's the wrong thing. And I just need to make sure I didn't make that to be merged result, which is not an option in there. So no, it's just a cut. Okay, that's fine. Maybe the thicken that I didn't merge result. That's fine. Okay, so I'll just bring that solid body back in, the thicken, and I will leave out the front part for the moment. I don't need to see it. Now of course what we can do is, if I just do it here, so features, I'll go to dome and just click the top of that surface there. Now bear in mind, you don't have to do what I'm going to do here if it's not a slide switch. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is a slide switch. So okay, so that dome wedge is not going too well because it's a curved surface, so maybe I'll just leave that out and I'll just put a standard kind of fillet on it. Not a surface fillet, but a feature fillet, because it's a solid body. And I'll just go with a very small fillet for now, 0.5, and just click that top surface. And that might look alright. We'll have a look. I think that looks pretty good actually. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into a slide switch, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move this along to the left in the Z direction. If you look at the triad there, so insert, features, move, copy. And what I'll do is I'll take it in the Z direction and I'm just going to move it. Is that too much? So let's say that'll be the right hand side of the slide. This is the left hand side. Maybe that's too much, 10. I'll just go maybe 5. I'll go with that. Okay, green tick. So now what I have, it looks like a slide switch, but actually what's happening, you can kind of see it there barely. The little socket for it only goes as far as there. I want it to go all the way over here to where that is. So what do you think I'll do? That's right. I'm going to go insert, features, and I'm going to indent the second time. So this is what's being cut. This is doing the cutting. Click the cut button, green tick. Okay, so now if I hide the button, you can see that I have an extra long socket for it. Now what we can do later on in the assembly is we can actually set it to slide along that there, so the examiner can actually click it and drag it along. Okay, so that's an example of how we can do a standard button or a slide button on a curved surface. Okay, so if I just bring that back in the front, now we have three complicated things there. We have the mesh, and if I look at it from the other plane at this stage, now we have the little the lip and groove feature on it, and now we have the button on the curved surface. So I'm going to leave it at that for this video, which is with 7 minutes. That's enough, and I'll see you in the next video. No, I don't know what that will be yet, but we'll see you in the next video.